I have not come out of the closet yet to my family or my girlfriend's family, and I'm very nervous about it. I feel like I'm, literally coming out of the closet, but not, of course, in terms of sexuality, but in terms of the fact that I'm voting for Trump. The bottom line here, guys, is that I grew up in a progressive home. I relate to my dad to this day through politics. Politics was an important part of our house. And I was just raised to believe that the Democrats were the right party to vote for a number of reasons. Then I went to law school. Cut to many years later, a kind of a listless young adulthood where just fucked around, right? Certainly wasn't sharpening my pencil in any way, so to speak, in any way at all. And I eventually got restless just working, and I got myself into law school at night. I went to University of San Diego. It was phenomenal. I loved it. It changed my life in ways I can't even describe. But learning about our system, learning about the law was so fascinating, and it made me go, it shifted me to the right, is the point. It really shifted me to the right a little bit. I said, wow, look at this system. It's so impressive. It's great. Anyone could achieve here. This is equal. This is fair, egalitarian. What's not to like? Then I got into my final year and I took an elective, excuse me. Thank you. Took another sip of tea. I'm on meds. I'm on prednisone. I'm on amoxicillin. So thank you for your concern. Final year of law school. Being an SCAL, I said, I got to take some electives in social justice. So I took 2 electives in critical race theory. I've documented them, my feelings about the courses extensively on this podcast. Not to say that I'm willing to put a nail on it, but certainly my reaction to the material and the students in that class was also to shift me to the right, I would say overall. And then you have the fact that I've always kind of thought that Trump was treated unfairly. I'm not talking about his past life. I don't give a shit. As a presidential candidate, sure, he's divisive. Sure, he's provocative, controversial. I take back divisive. I will say he's controversial, of course, and provocative, yes. But who started this back and forth between him and the media? I don't know, but all I know is that he was subjected to a lot of bullshit, hoaxes, left and right. It turned out to be really hoaxes. And so all of this questioning of the mainstream narrative, that didn't help the chances of me continuing to vote for Democrats. But I voted for Biden anyway in 2020. In the pandemic, another huge factor. I mean, come on, the pandemic. It's like, what is going on? What is going on here? Hard to know what is real, what is true. A lot of reasons to question political identity, right? So I graduate law school, have all those experiences, including the pandemic, and I'm like, wow, I voted for Biden, but then you add on the results. Let's just be real. The wars, inflation, the attacks on speech, all right? I just find myself aligned with the right on all of these issues, damn near all of these issues. The bottom line is I don't think Israel would have been attacked if Trump were president. I don't think Putin would have invaded Ukraine if Trump's president. I buy that. I really do. You add all of this up and you start to run out of reasons not to vote for Trump. Then you add on the process by which we arrived at Kamala Harris, who did well, very well, and I'll certainly talk about the debate last night. But it's a turnoff. The whole process, huge turnoff. The results of the Democrat presidency of Biden, the process of how we got to where we're at, it's ugly, leaves a foul taste in my mouth. And Trump is appealing. So there are extremes on both sides of the political aisle. And I do not believe that Donald Trump is an extremist. What else to say? Should I now go into the debate? No, before I get into debate commentary, I just will say, so it's an exciting time for me. And it's nerve-wracking because opportunities are upping up. Like, Vivek said, I was a fan of Vivek. big time fan. I just started to realize, oh my God, I agree with these people. It's okay. Be your own person, Brian. And he said, see what happens when you cut against the grain and you believe it. And I've just done that. When Kennedy came out for Trump, that gave me psychological permission. I was actually ahead of Kennedy by a week. I said, ever since Harris became the candidate, I felt like, because I was in support of Kennedy, I said, you know what? It's starting to feel like I got to choose between Trump and Harris. And so I was already going that direction. When Kennedy, the dam broke, and he gave me psychological permission. I admit it. Take another sip here. Bear with me. Pardon me. And since then, I've been all in for Trump, and I've crested. And opportunities are opening up. Followers are coming. And honestly, I feel good about the decision. Why are the followers coming? Why do I feel good about it? Because I finally got off the fence, and you become more interesting when you come off the fence, right? Not to say that I've found my total political identity. I don't know. Maybe I have. I'm not ready to say that, but I know that I've arrived at a big milestone, which is to say that I'm supporting Donald Trump. It's been a wild ride. The man is flawed, but who isn't? On balance, people say, what about January 6th? Dark day, ugly, but you know what? Denying the election, all that. Guys, I never said the election was rigged. I never said Biden didn't win. But I'll tell you what, it wasn't a normal election. It just wasn't, for many reasons. And in hindsight, maybe Trump had every right to contest the election the way he did. It was a dark day. I wish it hadn't happened, but I don't put all of it on him. I don't. I'm not saying I don't hold him blameless, but I'm saying on balance, go to another horrible thing that he's done or said. On balance, I think he's got it. He's got it for me. That's how I've gotten here. Now, the final question. So this has been my search for political identity. It's not over, but this is a big milestone. That's why I say it's a very important episode. I got to figure out how I navigate my personal relationships with my family. Presumably everyone will be mature and it's going to be fine, but it'll be interesting to see how. I hope it doesn't affect my relationships with my family, my girlfriend's family. I believe Donald Trump is a strong man. He ran the country as a strong leader, and the world was safer. The conditions were materially better, both home and abroad. And that's why I'm voting for him.
For more great videos, download the Walkaway Social app at walkawaysocial.com. Share your testimonial and join our community.